Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. Want to be doing some more of that standard account level and see where we can get. Should be a good stream. We'll have a raid on the PMC, one on the scav, and then we'll see if I have time for a second PMC. It's the goal. We'll get into it pretty quickly here. Okay. So, back where we started, at the end of the last session, I had completed a PMC raid, so we made it out, and then I did a scav run, managed to get myself a key that I need, which is the machinery key here, one of the tasks, and then I attempted to do a third raid and tried to do another PMC raid and ended up ultimately, dying to, I guess a lack of awareness. Dude snuck up on me while I was looting, and a mistake that I made, if you watch the end of that, was that I think I just stood up while I was looting. I would have been better off if I'd gone prone. I'd have been a lot less likely to have been noticed and potentially been able to save myself. But who knows? Who knows? Some of those situations you're just gonna die in. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to run the SKS or if I want to use Hunter. Both of them would be good options. I do actually have some good ammo for this, so what I might end up doing is in fact going with the Hunter here. So let's see. I had found this M62, and then I guess I could just keep this other ammo as my backup. So what I'll do is go with some M62 in there. Spread this out. Examine all the things. I'm gonna try and spend as little time in my inventory here as possible, just to keep the content rolling. So we got the mag in. I've got a round chambered. I'm gonna have a backup mag with ammo, and then I suppose we'll have, may as well just have one more mag here full of M62. So we've got our 2 mags backup, and the nice thing actually about having them in my pockets is they'll just keep reloading in my pockets. One of the benefits of having 1 square mags, so I can keep them nice and close, easy to access, and then I'll just round up my leftover ammo in case we need a bit of reloading. For meds, similar to what we were doing before, so I think my meds are currently in here, so I'm gonna grab you. I'll grab you. I gotta be careful with my car med kits. I think I'm just gonna do it anyways, just kind of ball out for now, but once I run out of my car med kit, I'll just be using AI2s unless I can find some more stuff. So that's all good. Make sure I have any of my other bits of meds here. I thought I had a splint around somewhere. Oh, there it is. And what I like to do is I like to have 2 of each of the bleed medications. So I can't get the hemostatic yet. Could trade some screws for it if I wanted to, but these will be fine. So 2 tourniquets, 2 light bleeds. I'm gonna get 1 extra med here, and then we want 1 painkiller. And this is like pretty close to my standard for what I'm willing to go into the raid with. There you are. Oh, and I've got 1 more. Where? There. So I'm gonna bring whatever I want to be capable of using, and oh yeah, and I want 1 more splint. Filter that way. The reason I'm bringing 2 of all of these things is because if I run out of 1, like if I use 1 and then I'm stuck in the raid with 1 of these things that I can't take care of, I might die just because of that, and that would be silly to not spend like an extra 2 to 10k just on meds that would allow me to survive in the raid. So I got my extra bandages, I've got my splints, I've got my meds, and I will bring a grenade. Let's grab an M67. I think that'll do. Let's go. So I'm going to be trying to do the machinery task while I go in. So I'm gonna primarily loot the map, and then I will I'll go a little bit later into the task. And 5:30 is actually not a bad time, so let's do that. Always ensure the items. And that's weird. There we go. Okay. Good to go. Yo, what's up, David? Another Evil Jet stream. It's true. How you doing? What's up, Tay? Welcome back, you guys. Tuesday, I'm always looking forward to it. So I'm continuing to do my research on Reserve. Posted a couple of pics in the GVG Discord. I have a little subsection. If you scroll down, you can see some of my, like, I wouldn't say I'm updating my content directives there regularly, but I have been posting there on occasion, and, you know, I do keep an eye on the Tarkov and the general chats that go on. So I was, yeah, I was sharing a little bit of my research that I'm doing for Reserve, and because it's such a dense map, I'm having to go through it, you know, pretty, I don't know, like, I don't want to use the word slowly because I'm spending a large amount of time on it, but yeah, it takes a while to make progress. So I guess that's slow, but I don't know. Maybe slow is relative. Either way, the map is going to be awesome. The mini map for it is going to be, you know, no one will have a video with a mini map that'll be done like my Reserve guide. So that's exciting. Just looking at the other Reserve content that's out there, you know, I've gotten a lot of feedback on how easy the guides that I make are to follow, to actually pace the learning initiatives within the video I find that that's where many content creators struggle, is their pace is too quick, or they don't know how to break it down for the audience type that they're attracting, and so they sort of generalize very, very heavily. And if you're new, it can be hard to approach the content that they're releasing. So I find that what I'm really trying to focus on is the beginner to intermediate style content. I'm not looking to entertain the like upper level. All right, let's go. Run. I don't have sound. I'm gonna fix my sound as soon as I get across here. You got some crazy guns, hey? Nice, hey? Yeah, dude, it's not hard to take out some people with good gear. And see, that's a funny thing. Like, always try and remember that if you're taking out people with really good gear and you don't have very good gear, just like realize that that's exactly what's going to happen to you when you play and you have good gear. It just gives you a chance, a higher chance, but it certainly doesn't make you anything close to invincible. Appreciate that, David. And yeah, good prep does make good content. I don't want to rush any of the content out. Like I feel like I did that with my interchange guide, and that's why it's largely just music based. But you know, as I go through, I get a little bit better at making these things each time, which is cool. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach this raid. I think what makes the most sense is I'm going to try and get to the North Forest area and see, but I may die right up here. So this is the main danger area for me. We'll see what happens. Either going to die tragically or everything will be just fine. And I'm primarily going to go after loot caches. Yo, what's up, Ursi? Welcome. It's so funny, Tay. You really don't need good gear to take down big players. SP7, whatever. PST, GZH, whatever. Like, I've taken down the thickest of the thick guys with just PS rounds and an SKS. You're getting lucky when you do that. To a point. No scavs here. Gonna go into quiet mode. Oh, Hunter. So the problem with reloading my... Oh yeah, and it didn't go to my pockets because I had them all full. The problem with reloading now is that I'm going to be putting bad rounds on top of good ones, so I may as well just take my time and do this. I'm doing great. Am I saying your name right, Ursi? Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. What do you like about the content? Yo, Phantom. Some step on my left up there. I'm glad you find it valuable there, Ursi. So we're back leveling. Leveling my little guy here. Seeing if we can get our machinery task done. So I think I'm like 2 sessions away from being able to finish my like kind of road to level 10. I think. That's a big gun. So this is the danger spot right now. So in this spot, you may see nobody, and then you just may like run into someone no matter where you go. Specifically, like this spot up to the hill and over it. See, like if we'd taken another 5 seconds there, I'd be fighting that dude. Though that dude did not look very geared. Guy's lucky I didn't get a shot on him. What? I swear I just heard someone next to me. If I see somebody of any kind of reasonable gear, I'm just going to try and spam center mass. I'll either get lucky with my gun kicking up to the head, or I'll drop them because I'm using like decent enough ammo. M62 isn't like the best. M61 is just mean. If you have a hunter and you found some M61, like you can take down anybody. There's a lot of people that don't like the hunter because it fires such a mean caliber of ammo that it's so cheap and can be so effective. And it's a bit of a wild gun. There's certain drawbacks that come with it. I think the reality is people just don't like it when someone that doesn't risk very much can take them down. Any bullet will kill a guy. All right, so we're past the like super dangerous spot, and we're kind of in good territory right now. I'm gonna try and insurance fraud my rig here. Let's put you in there for now. We'll find a spot to ditch this. So I wanted to come up here to kill time. Going to the dorms at the beginning, I'm going to end up in a fight. I know I will. And it makes sense for me to just like let the raid develop. Doesn't mean that I won't end up fighting someone on this side of the map, but chances are it's going to be one person or like one squad. So a little vulnerable there. You'll notice that I don't run very much. So if you're new to the content style that I'm trying to showcase, or the approach style. Oh, someone actually looted this. I would describe this as like the methodical approach, where it's, you know, I'm moving from point to point to point throughout the map, looking for ways to create experience for my character, like literal experience, not experience for me, but for the character. I mean, you'd get both if you were new. And doing it in a way that keeps my presence, you know, to a minimum. You have a big presence by creating a lot of noise, so that's why I'm walking most of the areas that I'm in. And then obviously anytime I shoot my gun, I'm going to be creating sound around my character, so people will home in on that. And by the way, a silencer on your weapon like drastically reduces the like direction that your ammo, your gunshots will travel. I think it's under 80 meters. And that's not very far. Like 80 meters. So someone shoots a silenced weapon, like at the top of this hill is about 80 meters. Like where I can see up there. Like that's further than 80 meters. That's about 100 all the way to the top and the far, far away. So that's how much of an impact silencers can make. If you find you're struggling, you're shooting, and then you're getting collapsed on, and people are just finding you all over the place. I mean, there's two reasons. One, you're sticking around in an area, or you just don't know where they're coming from. So map knowledge is one, but yeah, if you silence your weapon, you'll have a great deal more success. A gratch. What's the site I recommend for the FAL? I would say, like, I mean, I like all of the close range sites personally, but if I go for a long range site, I really like the Valde. Depends on what you have access to, right? But the Valde is a great scope for a FAL, because you get that ranged possibility, and then the FAL also, so it's a variable optic. But some people really like the Delta Point. Some people like the Bravo. I would recommend for the DMR class that you have a variable choice, and you can do that in a few different ways. You can side mount a sight, or you can have a sight that actually has a variable built into it. My preference is the Valde for sure. May as well take painkillers in case we need them. I still got to insurance fraud this. We're almost at capacity. Actually, I'm not going to insurance fraud my rig. My rig is so cheap, I don't think anyone's going to take it. If I get a bigger rig, then I will replace my rig. But for now, I'm gonna keep both bank robbers just so I have the extra storage space. It's loot cash to loot cash to loot cash to loot cash. You know, these rounds are really expensive, but there's only 3 of them, so I don't know. Tool set, maybe. So let's get rid of the painkillers. I don't need the matches at the moment. I think I need a wrench. I know I need screw nuts. I should have had a look at my hideout and just taken a quick inventory of the things that I need to be on the lookout for. That would have been smart. Yeah, absolutely, Phantom. You know, it's good to try a bunch of different sites. If you have the cash too, to just grab one, see what you like. There's a lot of good budget options that you can go with too, if you factor in side mounting. So you'll need Peacekeeper to be able to side mount a weapon. There's this mount, it's called like an N-Star something something. I wish I knew the exact names of everything, but the Valde is a good one. And I mean, also keep in mind too that these sites are going to run you a lot. Like they'll run a pretty high price tag. Let's get rid of these 6 bullets. What's that for? I need the blue powder right now because I want to build an ammo box. Is that a dude? I think that's a dude. I think we killed him. Or he went prone and he's just a monster. I just saw the shadow outline. Like, I think I'm gonna do the same thing again. Keep my good rounds on top. Easy to do with a hunter too. That's kind of one of the nice things about having a hunter is you can just constantly be topping up your mags. Better when you're not using two different kinds of ammo though. Like hunter with M80 rounds is a great cheap option that will definitely work in a lot of situations. I recall the pen on the ammo is around 40 or 41, and the damage is 80. We did get him. So I'm just going to clear the area. Couldn't figure out where the dude was. And then the sound sounded really weird. Like it was too far away. Is that a player? Caught Dristomit. GG, dude. No task for me. It was the same gun that I was using, a hunter. Alright, we'll back in on the same thing. So that, like, I'm trying to figure out where the guy was even after I died, and it's really hard because of where I died at, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I died where I thought that I died. I could have died further back, like the game hadn't registered that I had sprint yet, which is an unfortunate side effect of the way that networking and everything is going in Tarkov. So I'll use an SKS this round. And we'll get just a couple of the basic things. I'm going to grab these headphones because I don't want to have them. And what else? Anything else up in here? I'm going to do a quick sale. Get rid of some of these things. I don't like the PM pistol, so I automatically just get rid of it. I could end up using these. Not sure. I'm going to... I'll probably end up finding a hunter, so we'll keep that for now. I might throw this on a weapon, but... there's a good chance I won't be able to. I need you. We can get rid of this. Keck tape we can toss. Get rid of the Zippo. I think that's it there. Keep you. Alright, now I'll actually use this backpack. So I need a helmet. Dang, I would love to know where that dude was. We have a vest, we have a helmet, we have ears already. I need a mask. So this is going to be nice about this right here. So I want to... I almost clicked use all, that would have been bad. I don't think that I can possibly use up everything. No. And so now I can just turn this into therapist. I could use it, you know, I could keep it again, but I'm not going to run enough raids that that'll really matter. May as well take out my mag here, fill it up. I can get a sight for this gun. So this is actually something that I try and point out whenever I'm playing on my other account. So if you look at the gun, this right here, this is specifically the, you know, a dovetail mount on the SKS, but you'll see a lot of weapons actually have the space for a mount on the side. And that's what makes these guns really desirable when you're leveling at the beginning, because you have access to a sight that you can get on there right away. There's actually two. So we could go with a PSO sight, or we could go with the EKP sight. And I don't know, maybe we'll take a ranged one. Do I? Don't I? Yeah, we'll grab it. We will grab it. And so yeah, it just fits on the side of the gun right there. So I'll grab you. I'm gonna go get all of our normal meds. I want to finish off this task so that I can free up a spot. I'll keep these two things in there. Having a CMS is awesome. Having the Vaseline, maybe I could get rid of this for now, so we can collect out just a little bit more. I am saving the brown handle knives. Can't remember if I need the cabin key. I wanna look. Maybe we'll bring in. I think we'll bring in one of these just to use. So this is going to be nice. I'll be able to just bring in a stack of ammo. 70 shots will be more than enough. And then all I need are meds. And so if I get to a point where I'm flat broke, it'll be a perfect opportunity to show what I would do in that situation. And like, you know, you guys probably already know the answer. It's a scav run. I didn't mean to buy that twice. It's weird. And that's what happened. I thought I'd click splints, but it didn't work. Cool. So I got this. I want a painkiller. And money really starts to snowball as soon as you get to level 10, but as soon as you get like a raid or two under your belt, it'll just pile up. Like I'm at a point right now where I should be selling some weapons. I don't even think I'll end up using these pistols, so I might get rid of them soon. We'll see here. I kind of want to use this MP7. We'll see though. I might just end up getting scrapped as well. We're good. Healed. I've got some energy, and I've got my ammo. Armor. That's what we need. Taking the pack up. Not very good, but it'll be all right. So having some range will give me a few unique benefits. I'll be able to scope around and potentially pick some enemies off. The downside is that whenever it gets close range, it's definitely going to be a bit harder. I have practiced quite a bit with point shooting, and if you make it an objective, I would say that you can learn point shooting in, you know, a few sessions where you're shooting your gun a lot and only point shooting, even without a laser or anything guiding you. You would just want to go into a raid where you have a ton of enemies on easy in an offline raid and practice that way. And it literally lines up straight out of the barrel, like a pool cue. Yeah, Steam Audio working its magic. Steam Audio is actually not back in the game yet. And scavs definitely have been boosted up. Yeah, Phantom, they are going to punish you in more and more situations. I don't know where that dude was. I wish that I could understand that situation, because it might help me to know what my mistake was there. But yeah, if you run into an area, you're vulnerable, they will just clap you. I've seen people go down in you know, 2 shots because they didn't clear an area right. They ran through in a space where they feel like they could have before, but now the AI is punishing players at a much higher level. And I think that's cool. The AI should, like, the AI shouldn't allow you to make really vulnerable plays in front of their sightlines. So if you either don't see one or you disrespect that they're there, you should get punished. But like if you know what you're doing, most of the time you're gonna clap the AI as long as you've learned how to play against them. And so, you know, your big things for playing against AI is have cover, use your ability to break their aggro. So to break aggro on a scav, you need to break line of sight, and then you want to go into covert mode, which is anything where the sound icon in the bottom left of the screen has gone away. So as soon as you get those two things, then the scav will look for you in that area, but he won't know exactly where you are, and then you reposition. If you do that, most of the time you're able to just bop scavs, you know, over and over and over again. And you can do the same thing to raiders, to scav bosses, all the different players. And you know, obviously if you fought a scav boss or a raider and you got absolutely smashed, well, you know, they will kill you if you're in any kind of a vulnerable situation. Even like, you know, peeking just the slightest little bit, sometimes they'll take a shot right away and you'll be dead. How long did it take me to get to use the PSO SKS combo, taking shots that are 200 yards away? You know, I don't know if I take all that many shots that are 200 plus yards away, but using some sort of tracer round would drastically reduce the amount of time that it would take, and then practice. So I feel like you could get it down if you were to just practice with that one thing. You could get it down in a couple of sessions. You'd want to have you know, a good playground to practice on, and maybe even like customs or reserve would be a good spot to go and shoot long range. Customs, you would just go from either side of the bridge. And then, yeah, just crank scavs up and grab your gun, grab some tracer ammo, and then go shoot. Scavs can't see grass or bushes. See, I believe that, Ivan, but I also know that I've hidden in bushes on scavs, so I don't know where the line breaks with how they can shoot you through a bush. I don't know. Because I've been close to them and they've walked by me, but if you're in a fight and you try and use a bush as cover, I think they will see through it. But I've hidden in a bush and they've literally walked up beside me, so I'm not sure where it changes. It might have something to do with when you do have aggro. Oh, we're here. Everybody hates this spawn, so I'm going to show you why it's not a bad one. So first things first. Gotta get across. The hardest part about getting used to a scope, like a PSO and any of that, is getting used to viewing the game in this way. Like, when you have such a narrow view, the game is challenging. But if you really know the lay of the land, you know the layout, you'll be alright. This is actually my favorite spawn for tasking. People are gonna think I'm nuts. Thought I heard some steps over here. The reason why I like this area is because it's easy to loot. Generally, you're contested like occasionally, not very often, and it gives you some time to just loot the map, be on the map before you want to go for your tasks. Oh, morphine. I need that. We'll be prepared to use it just in case. I should actually just keep my that bound. I don't know, like, there's no reason to put the morphine in my secure container other than, you know, I might bring it into the raid after if I die with it. But if it's not found in raid, it's useless for the reason why I want to take it. So I always loot that area that I was in just a moment ago. And I take each lane really cautiously. And by cautious, I expect someone on every angle. Why is that not real food? If you expect someone on every angle, you'll be way better off in this game. I was lazy for a good long while when I started playing Tarkov. There's a key spawn right there where I was just looking. So we'll grab the Zibbo. Oh, and loot everything. You gain a ton of experience just for looting. Even if you don't plan on keeping it, keep a little bit of extra space, pick it up, and then throw it on the ground. Especially weapons off of scavs. I'll try and show you a way to farm a little bit of EXP that way. Some chocolate. All right, we'll put the chocolate in the case. Nice. And yeah, the scav bosses and raiders all throw amazing grenades. What's that guy doing? What's up, buddy? A good old PMC. You have a friend? He's just a little guy. May as well check over here since we're here. This is one of my favorite spots. Seems like this guy might have been. Maybe not though. Maybe so. There's a loose loot spawn right here. You can find a Tetris right on the bed. I'm gonna come back this way, so I'm gonna go check out homie. Now that I'm reasonably confident he doesn't have a friend that's just watching. It's got a nice rig. Perfect. He's got a bigger backpack. Went back to just have like an extra look. So I'm going to search his bag. He's level 1. Drag my rig in. Discard mine. Alt click his. Grab his things. I kind of want his packet, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm just going to throw my pack in this container after I search his bag. See what Holmes found. Door key. Cool. Just making his way with that little P226. You're just a wee man. Oh yeah, the guy's carrying a dust cover. Now we know. Now we know. So I'll organize my loots. Kind of higher value stuff at the bottom again. Just a lot of whatever stuff in here. I'm gonna take our energy drink. Oh yeah, and I want to ditch my armor too. I like leaving stuff in boxes. Welcome to Tarkov, that's right. Just creeping around, someone told him to come to customs. I mean, he did everything right. Oh, and I want your mask. Oh, no, don't divide my cheeks. Please. I think I was just about to die. A little bold to hold that angle there. So loot his gun, just get rid of it. This guy's gun I guess I'll keep. Can loot his coal pack. And then get the heck out of there. Scavs seem to move around in packs now. Which makes them more scary. This was my objective the whole time. One of these weapon containers here. Okay, let's get rid of you. Organize my stuff a little bit. We got a flashlight. Can I go on anything? Nope. This stuff's not really all that valuable. By the way, if you're trying to level strength, coal packs. Coal packs with a face mask. It's the best way. Oh yeah, and on this seat right here, you can find a key. Show that one in the customs guide. Nice easy 50k if you find it. It's a therapist anyway. It's a West Wing 306 key, I think. Alright, just gonna take a sec, organize. Take this bandage, which is awesome. So now we have a better one. Take out the stuff that I'm planning on using. And then we'll put away... I mean, I'll keep the morphine out just in case. All these items in 1 square spaces. We may as well keep the ammo for now. No idea why that guy had found in... or non-found in raid M855. It's kind of weird. Got all the cheese. Which is perfect. We've got a pistol. And I suppose we could ready up the pistol, see what he was using. He had... Oh no, he didn't take a shot. He didn't chamber around in the very beginning. I suppose we'll check our weapon. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of scary, Phantom. Having like packs of these punks come after you. I wonder where that PMC started. I wonder if he was in here and he just like hung out in this container for a bit. I would not be surprised. Which again is a smart thing to do. Pistols are OP. Yeah, OP to get looted. Everyone's got an empty pistol slot. I really like the FN57. It's a great gun. So I'm probably just going to get rid of this at some point. Oh, CPU. It's like 100k right now. We'll do this. The guy's like almost completely full. Well, I guess maybe not even with the rig, but I was going to say my guy's is quite full on loot and not even anywhere close to being overweight. It's because of my armor. And now we go to the dorm. Let's see if we can get... Or not dorm. I don't need the dorm. I need the construction area. At the beginning of the wipe, I always get clapped from someone hanging out right there. The Glock is OP with good ammo? Yeah, I mean, I would rather use an MP5 personally, but the Glock is a good pistol. Or the PP-19. The Glock and its 50 round mag is pretty fun. So we got someone shooting long range over on the far right. Let's see if we can get a look. Get into a nice little scouting spot. So I'm not going to have a look down at the guy. I'm going to look and see what he's shooting at. I doubt I would be able to see somebody that's over there. I have a feeling I know which bush he might be in. Okay, so time 32 minutes. It's possible to get into construction area. So this is my goal right up here. Construction area. Just past that white wall. And I want to get my machinery task done, if possible. If you're struggling with bridge crossings, I would say this is the bridge for you. Always check the cars. So I think homie's just over beyond those trees. And he might be able to see me right up here, but not any longer. Or right now. Okie dokie. Let's see how this goes. So if you were really like having a hard time with this task, you could wait a bit longer too. Like wait until there's like 20 minutes. We're just gonna give it a go. Endurance level 2. Yeah, you know, the funny thing about that Phantom is you really don't need a gun to like make it through a raid. They certainly help, but you could just be a ghost around the map. If that's what you wanted to, if you want to just get in, get out. Okay. Well, GG. So we're up to level 5.5. This machinery task will get done at some point. Guess what time is it? So maybe I'll just do another PMC run here. I'm gonna go a little bit quicker. I wonder what grenade that was. I should have looked. Was it a VOG? Did I have a chance? I heard it fall on the ground and then that was it. Lights out. Well, what did you just do? Apparently I hit my Windows key. Okay. So I want to use a gun. Modding menu is awesome. We're gonna take one of these M4s in. Not because like this is gonna be a fantastic gun to use. Like honestly, the effectiveness of stock M4 is not that great. But I do wanna use them so that they're not taking space in my inventory. And that's probably one of the most important things for using a standard account is that you're just using up all your space. You don't want it to things to just sit there and hang out. Because they're just going to waste. Like I probably will end up deleting these pistols or selling them rather. So we're gonna grab that 2 mags. I will bring a stack of ammo. I think 2 mags is gonna be fine. Maybe we'll take a third. I don't know why I'm keeping this scav vest. I'm just gonna sell it. Okay, so we'll grab you, and a face covering. Oh, backpack. Oh no. Okay, we're still good. It's gonna get bad soon. That's okay. Once it gets bad, then we just hit the scav runs. So we're doing good. I got you. I think that's a task item. Oh, I'm gonna need energy. Damn, I needed to eat that food. Why didn't I eat it? Oh, now we'll take a VOG. That sounds good. Non-found in raid CPU. Not sure if that's gonna be all that useful. We already have our ES marches. And what did I need? 2 bandages. And I need splints. Money's going down. Not going up. Tarkov hard. Alright, we're looking good. Just the face mask. And healing myself? How's that gonna go? I guess I'm gonna have to bring you in. How is healing myself gonna go? I should have. I wonder if this still works. Let's see. So customs. Let's go enable offline. I think if I load it and then go back out, then I can get the healing screen again. I think I'm gonna have to use it. Yo, what's up, Carlos? A tilt, having a tilt today? Yeah, well, I mean, a tilt in the negative direction, sure. I mean, you know, Tarkov just does this sometimes. The beginning of this wipe, when I was playing on my primary account, I had 8 PMC raids in a row where I died. And it was the longest death streak I've ever had since playing Tarkov. I couldn't win anything. Remember running up on a dude? He was laying down in the grass. I knew where he was. I had an RPK, was lining him up to shoot. Full auto, or it might have been like a 74M, whatever. It was some 545 AK. I was full autoing center mass. The dude gets up from prone and one-shots me to the face with an SKS. And I'm just like shaking my head. Like how... Like he for sure was panicking, and in his panic shot, he managed to hit a headshot. It's like any other... you know, he would have been dead if he hadn't. I couldn't believe it. Oh, we're going to need a packet too. Yeah, in a way this is good, right? So like best place you could be at in terms of leveling your PMC is you know and you're confident with a loot route. Like I am absolutely confident that I could go in on my scav, earn loot, and be able to make money and earn gear for my dude. And then I'm as well, you know, I know how to go about my tasks. So I have the knowledge of where I need to go. That's stuff you could build in offline mode if you needed to. Do I get the heal menu? I do. What? Oh yeah, I get free healing under level something. I forgot about that. So I didn't need to use my Salua whenever I healed myself. That's nice, Tarkov. Is it up to level 5? Or is it even like up to level 10? I don't know. And this will be the last raid for the stream. See how we do. Pack a life. Okay, I think we're good. I need to get out with some more of these rigs. Need more space. More space. This is not, the stash is starting to feel good though. Yeah, I kind of like whenever I lose things. We got our grenade. We got our gun. We need our backup mag. Do I want 2 mags? I guess I could. How many mags do I have? Because there's no point, like, once I'm done with my M4s, like, I'm not just gonna sit on these things. So maybe I'll bring an extra even. And then we're really good. No, 3's enough. Is it? 3's enough. 3's enough, that's it. Okay. Here we go. Why are you saying I know pay for insurance? Is it free this time? I would say the biggest challenge for new players to Tarkov is getting used to the unmodded guns at the very start. It's rough fighting with unmodded weapons in Tarkov's combat system, because the combat system in this game is different than any other shooter I've ever played. I've definitely gotten used to it, but fighting with iron sights in this combat system at the start, man, that's tough too. There's a whole bunch of little barriers that people overcome. Past level 5 you can't use free healing. Okay. Nice. Always look forward to the Sunday and Tuesday streams. You're too kind, dude. I'm gonna embrace a little low level account process here for a bit and see how like the experience is. I don't know how far I'll go with the account. I definitely am gonna go to level 10, so I'll have that kind of foundation there. But I kind of want to see what the hideout leveling experience is like for building up the stash space, because people say that this game is just so pay to win, and I think if you have the right knowledge, or at least the right direction of what you should be learning, I don't think that you need to get an Edge of Darkness account. It certainly does make some things easier, but you don't need it. You really, really don't. I'm trying to think of how long, like for any of you guys that have followed my 400k scav series that have started doing that and become a lot more comfortable with the income that you have for your characters. So essentially you're not worried about money. Like how long did it take you guys to adopt that strategy? I would love to hear some comments, and you can either share it in the chat live right now, or if you're watching this later, let me know in the comments of the video. Like how long is it taking you to feel comfortable with one consistent loot run, whether it's one that I've shown you or not, to the point where you're like you don't worry about base level gear anymore? Because I think once you get there, then like your stash just needs to be utilized to like what are you using, and then get rid of everything else. When you're on a standard account, when you're on an Edge of Darkness account, you can keep a lot more of the tasking items. I think even for your first wipe, like you don't need most of the tasking items that people want to keep. Like you just want like if you want the recommendation that I would suggest, you want to keep morphine, you want to keep Tushonkas, you want to keep flash drives. I would say that those are the most annoying ones. And then like if you have the knowledge, you want to keep the things like the 3M armor. There's a few small things that you would want to get that are just kind of like, they're weird to find. It seems like the game doesn't give them to you when you're looking for them, but like you should be looking for them all the time if you can. Early in the raid, if you spawn near Big Red, you started crossing near dorms and you found less traffic over there. Yeah, definitely. That's usually the way that I'll go. And Carlos, are you saying it took you until level 30 before you felt like you had a good loot rundown? So like I want to believe that someone that was like certain that they needed to learn a loot run at the start, if they went and followed anyone's like competent loot run guide, if they went and followed that, like could they learn it? And I'm talking like specifically just being able to do so on your scav. You know what I'm thinking I'm gonna do? I'm going to go, since I have this exact spawn, I'm going to try and do my machinery key right off the bat. I may die tragically, so we'll see. Hopefully not. I think this is the first time I've ever worn glasses on stream. Oh no, it's the second time. I had a stream I did a while ago where I was like dressed up in like kind of an like in a persona, and I was this old man, put on an old man accent and everything. Oh crap, I'm dead. I think I got killed from a shotgun at the end. Started doing interchange loot runs at 25. Yeah. What did I get killed by? Buckshot. Yeah, you got me. Oh, and I forgot to heal. Oh well. All right. It's 7 o'clock. I'm gonna call it. So that's session number 3, and it do be like that. So now if I was having a hard time with money, I would go straight into a scav run. And so if you're in this position here where you're, you've just lost a good bunch of your gear, I'm down to my last backpack, which I'll probably keep this one. So I'm going to consider that I have 0 backpacks left because I don't want to like keep reorganizing all this stuff. If you're in this position, this is when you would want to go and do a scav run to get yourself back on your feet for gear. And the stash is like, this is perfect, right? So I'm actually going to quickly evaluate if I even want to bother with this gun. I don't know if I can get a mag for it. If I can get a mag for it, I might end up using it. No, MP7 mag. So what I'll do is I'm just going to get rid of this guy. And then yeah, I'll go into scav run, and I'll almost certainly like survive in those, because the scav runs are just so much easier to loot through. And then I'll be able to pad my bank account a little bit, and then I'll also have some basic weaponry to go back in with. So if you're getting completely out of luck and you're at the very beginning, you're in this position right here, go and watch my 400k scav series and learn the route that I take there. And basically all you need to learn are the hidden caches, and then do a scav run on them, and you can make a ton of actual loot. And once you have access to the flea market, you can make a crazy amount of money. You can play a bunch of different maps too. You don't have to just play customs. Customs just is my go-to. Yeah, you too, Tay. Thanks, dude. And thanks for coming to check out the sesh. We'll see how we do for the next time. We're getting there. I don't have a ton of time to play, so that, definitely shapes things. We've only survived 1 raid out of 6. I went in pretty aggressive at that area. I was not ready for it. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm close to the place that I need to be. And I think, yeah, so this is gonna, I'll just organically get this one. And this is the quest that I'm trying to get done. We're just having troubles. I think once I get this quest done, then I unlock the one that will encourage me to go to woods. And we'll do that one task. All right, friends. We'll see you all on Sunday. Be back again. And yeah, I'm going to be doing research all week for Reserve. I'll be posting a little bit of my progress in the Discords. If you want to see how that's going, or you want to, see what my process is like, you can come check in there, join the conversation. Otherwise, we'll see y'all later. Be safe out there, friends. Have a good night, Phantom. Thanks for coming by and chatting. Taylor, we'll see you again. Carlos, have a good one, dudes. And David Davidson, nice to